We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area to the dip area today and fighting to stay above 410. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot at 10 a.m. sent out a bull indicator. And even though the day was choppy, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision. And call options went up 80% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY fighting to stay above 410. We need to talk about what's going on here with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. And the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bear indicator at 9:15 a.m. and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within hours, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the rip area of bright green bars to the dip area, as I call it, on 42 vision of white with red borders. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY under a bear indicator since yesterday, and it's the first bear indicator that pops up since the bull indicator down here at 407 area. And this is critical and something to not ignore because the inflows had crossed over as well in that process. And outflows had crossed over here, but they had not crossed the midpoint just yet yesterday, right? Started from green to red in the last 2 days. It actually got really close to the midpoint there, and it did not cross it until today in the pre-market. And the inflows tried coming back up here on the 30-minute, but towards the second half of the day, outflows have dominated again, and this bear indicator has been dominating over the chart since the 412.80 area, rejected that area yesterday when it tried coming back up, broke through the support here of 411.50 and came all the way down towards the 410.70 area. And we've talked about how important 410 is as a support. So I'm going to share with you guys the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But here we are with outflows dominating on the 30-minute and a bear indicator dominating over the chart that has not been canceled by a bull indicator just yet. And in this process, the bulls are fighting to hold above 410 and a full transition from the rip area 2 times up here in the pre-market, and towards the end of the day down towards the dip area here in today's price action and tight consolidation right between the 410 and 412 area. So now when we zoom out, we could go ahead and see here that on the 1 hour, a bear indicator has popped up for the first time here since the bull indicator down here at the 407.60 area. And it's the first time that the outflows cross over since that inflow crossover there when things pulled up from 407 to highs here of 413. Tight consolidation yesterday, and we've done a transition so far from bright green, dark green, and red bars. Now, if this weakness were to continue and these outflows were to continue, which we talked about in yesterday's video, the possibility of a bear indicator popping up. So we have it here, outflows crossed over, and if they pull away further away from the midpoint, a white with red border dip area can start to appear, as you see here when things pull down significantly, right? Now, that's the last piece of the transition here on the 1 hour that's missing if it were to complete it, but it is something to not ignore here that a bear indicator has popped up here and outflows crossed over in today's after hours, and this is confirmed here within the last 3 bars at around the 411.40 area. So if the bulls are going to have any fighting chance to try to bring this back up, it's going to be crucial for these inflows to pick back up and cross that midpoint, as you see it right now below it at negative 0.63 and under a bear indicator that's confirmed as well. And if it comes back up, it needs a bull indicator to cancel this out. If not, this bear indicator, even if we go back up and inflows try to come back up and it does not get canceled and it continues to dominate within the volatility, all it takes is for those outflows to come right back down if it were to go up, and this bear indicator to hold in effect to reflect that weakness into the charts, guys. So right now, going into tomorrow, this is going to be crucial and critical. I'm going to be watching these inflows very carefully. If these outflows go ahead and continue to the downside, or will the inflows try to reappear and bring it back up and try to cancel out this bear indicator in the process. So something to not overlook here within the larger time frames. Now, when we go ahead and look at this from the 15-minute, we could see here there's been a lot of volatility, bull and bear indicators, but outflows are dominating. That's something to not ignore. And a bear indicator has popped up right around that 411.20 area as well. It's trying to bring itself back up above it here in the second half of the after hours, but it is in a tight area here with the outflows below, and it's going to be crucial to watch if these inflows can come back up, or will these outflows continue to dominate over the chart on the lower time frame within the 15-minute volatility. Now, let's talk about the key levels I would watch to the upside and to the downside. So the first thing is support, right? The 410 area is crucial, guys. It's something to not ignore, and it's where things actually took off again way back here on Friday of last week when it tried to pause and push back up towards 413, and those inflows were strong under that bull indicator in the middle of the day. 410 is a critical support level. If that gets broken through and the weakness further reflects into these charts and these outflows continue lower, the next support I would watch is the 408 area, where things were getting kind of choppy here in the pre-market of that date on Friday as well of last week. And then below that comes the 405 area. So those are the key levels I would watch to the downside, especially if these outflows continue lower, and not just here on the 30-minute, but also here on the 1 hour, as it's under a bear indicator as well, and in the 15-minute volatility. Now, to the upside, it is going to be critical for these inflows to come back up and cross the midpoint here on the 30-minute and cancel this bear indicator in any possible move of reflecting that strength into the charts, and as well as the 15-minute pushing back up, canceling this bear indicator. These will be crucial and critical and something to not ignore. But the first resistance, if it comes back up, crosses the midpoint here on the 30-minute, cancels that bear indicator and get that strength into the charts to retest those resistance levels it's going to be 412. And then above that is the recent highs up here of 413.50. And if that's accomplished, then comes the 415 area based off the history of the chart. So these are the key levels I'm watching to the upside and to the downside. I would not ignore the fact that the outflows have crossed over on the 15-minute, within the volatility, on the 30-minute, and on the 1 hour, guys. And a bear indicator has popped up. This is definitely something I'm going to watch carefully and closely going into tomorrow. And these bull and bear indicators will be crucial with the inflow versus outflow. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.